about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me. I am up, #1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a Sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of, sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. And on this offensive unit, your thoughts on Travis Frederick?
He's a quarterback's best friend, sets all the line calls, and blocks so aggressively.
To throw again on second down. Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Nassib, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. And that's Elliott, complete. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down.
I'll like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis. And a quick look now at the offense for the 49ers.
And they come off a tough loss last week. And what's their reward? A 2nd straight road game. Rarely are teams happy about scheduling. They're always calling the league office saying, how come we have this game and that game? But when you're coming off of a loss on the road and you go right into another one, that's a difficult task.
27 yards there, a 1st down. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
Here we go.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He finds his target. It's Schultz. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Here we go.
6-0 our score after one. The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Murray, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Garoppolo looks to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line.
Here we go.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Coleman. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Jordan Phillips is the one on the stop.
Here we go.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. On play action, now Garoppolo. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
from the 36. Murray, that one complete to Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down. Murray going to throw.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Draw play, Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 2nd and 12, Murray. A dump off to Elliott. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line. Murray now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And down inside the 15, Cheyenne. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Murray now on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Murray looks to throw again. 2nd and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tajay Sharp in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Automatic first down.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Garoppolo, final shot here before half. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well, as we are back and started in the second half. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn, as they've got it 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Screen play, McKinnon. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 18 yards, first down Niners.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now, 5 for 5 on the drive. He's responded after the interception. It's first and 10. Garoppolo, and he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career, and Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play. But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the third quarter. Back to the air on second down, it's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
6-yard return after a punt of 48. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Here we go, here we go.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Hassan Reddick just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Murray now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Throwing right, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Offense.
You expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. Down right around the 25. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Back now in Arlington. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Check. Watch 54.
Now on 2nd and 13. Murray. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Out of the gun, here's Murray. This will be caught at about the 5. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. To throw is Murray. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And the pressure gets to him again. D. Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. Got him in. It's Brown. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. To throw, it's Garoppolo.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy. He came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Garoppolo to throw, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
It's a pickup of 5. Brings up 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
You gotta be afraid of me.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Here's Murray, and that's complete to the tight end Hireman. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 53. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to the final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Garoppolo. This will be caught by Brown. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Now Garoppolo. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll look to throw.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Down to Inigo's Murray as that will just about wrap this thing up.